Chris steps up, hose in hand. Filth and muck don't stand a chance. Built up grime, years of neglect. One good blast, pure respect. Gutters clogged, walls turned brown, but not for long, they're coming down. No more footprints, no more stains. Wash it off, down the drains. Spin that nozzle, set to wide. Satisfying, smooth and bright. Moss and mildew, streaks and rust. Chris don't stop till it's dust. Wash it away, wash it away. Filth don't stand a chance today. Soap and suds, make it shine. Every nozzle, every line. Towers filthy, not for long. Patios wrecked, Chris stays strong. Driveway covered, oil stains. Jet stream power clears the way. Fences faded, decks look rough. Turn it up, that's the stuff. Satisfying every time. One more job, one more shine. Hold up, missed a spot. Tiny speck, I think not. Change the nozzle, hit it right. 100%, that's my night. Wash it away, wash it away. Every speck is gone, hooray. Time to flex, job is done. Now let's find another one. Wash it away. Wash it away, wash it away. Every speck is gone, hooray. Time to flex, job is done. Now let's find another one. Wash it away.
Hello, good evening and welcome. As ever, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and as you can see, we are back where you left us last week, power washing. I'm joined, of course, with Jeff.
Hello.
Because Jeff is the one that's helping me do the Shrek levels, of which I think this is the last one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why, but whenever I stream, this seems very loud, so let me just adjust the volume of this. The water.
Okay. For just in my monitor, I cannot hear any game sound from you. I can hear your voice. That's it.
That's okay. That's what you should be
Just to
hearing.
let you know. That's what I figured. I just wanted to let you know that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
So that's that there. Yes. In the chat we've got Gemma and you, obviously. We also have Hugh, who's alongside Nosely. Hope everyone's well. We are doing well, thank you, Hugh. Yes, everything's good.
Likewise, good to see you.
Yeah, this is just a chill evening, doing some power washing, tidying up the castle, and yeah, that's about it really. Finishing off Shrek, and then we'll see about doing something else probably, because it shouldn't take too long. We're 51% of the way through this already, and we did half the other thing last week as well, didn't we? So.
We did. The English language needs a new word instead of, like, when you say good seeing you here. Well, you're not really seeing someone, I guess. I mean, I guess it kind of works, but...
yeah, I mean, you could say good meeting you, or...
Meeting, yep. So.
Countering.
I don't know. And yeah.
Visiting with...
Yeah. Interacting with.
Interacting, yeah.
Place your. Submit your suggestions for a proper word to use for what you say.
Yeah, I might. You know, I mentioned the other week that the jet was turning off occasionally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I know why it is now.
Why?
Because I'm playing with a controller, and the
Oh.
control to activate the stream is the right trigger. But you can put on the keep washing button. But then when you pull the right trigger, it turns it off. And because I've been playing Assassin's Creed on this controller, I've turned the settings right down on the right trigger, so you've only got to basically touch it, and it counts as being pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that it keeps turning it off when I lay my finger on it.
Interesting.
So now I've just turned that setting back on, so you've got to pull the trigger a distance before it triggers. So hopefully that means that it won't randomly turn off throughout the evening.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
I'm happy to have figured it out as well. Yeah, I like solutions to things.
Yes, yeah, things that don't work, things that start working differently or don't work like I like them tend to be major headaches. That.
Yeah. So, how is everybody in chat? You all doing well? How's your week been? How was your Easter?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Everyone survived. Not got a chocolate overdose or.
No, I think I only had one. My wife got some. You know, I don't think I had any chocolates. I mean, I had a little bit, but not like we had anything like that here.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be for us. Ow.
Yeah. My wife bought some candy bars and plastic Easter eggs that opened, but I guess she took them to work because I saw them around here, but
hidden from you. That's what you're saying.
That maybe she hid them and they're still hidden, and
maybe, yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to be looking for them.
Well, if they're hidden, you definitely got to look for them.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
I like doing that.
Hugh says telemeeting. It would do.
Telemeeting, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tele-chatting.
Good
tele-chatting.
Telemeeting.
The Bobbins is in as well, so hello, Bobbins.
Hey, Bobbins. Oh, look how filthy it is up here. Terrible. I don't know what's been happening. Get up here. Yeah. Oh, maybe I can get up here and get an extension on this and clean off that. Oh, there we are.
Oh, he's got grime all around his neck.
Ick.
He's not been washing his neck properly.
That's disgusting. Needs a talking to. Look, I'm spraying these flames on the top, but they're not going out.
No, it's special water you've got that doesn't put fire out, obviously.
Ah, that's a good idea. For this application, you wouldn't want it mixed up with the extinguishers.
No, and electricity as well, that can be dangerous, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's obviously dry water that we're using.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, I bought a couple of fire extinguishers for this room and a couple of fire blankets for this room, but they're the water kind, and any fire in here is more than likely going to be electrically based. Although I am burning some incense right now. I kind of like burning incense. I don't know why.
Yeah, fire extinguishers are not something that we have in the house. Probably should have, but
I do, but if there really was a fire, I'd probably just panic and think about what I need to grab, and I'd run outside. I'd probably pause for way too long trying to think what.
Should I take
what I
this?
need
No,
to
I'll
grab.
take this instead. Yeah.
Yeah, just get the. I do have a fire safe in another room, so at least some useless papers will maybe survive.
Yeah, I have got a fireproof box that I used to keep lots of the important documents and that in.
Yeah.
But that was years ago, and I haven't even opened it in years, so no.
Yeah. I do open mine, but it's usually just to cram more papers into.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot that are probably absolutely useless to keep in case of a fire, and because I have a giant file cabinet in this room that has lots of papers in it that, I don't know, varying degrees of importance, I suppose.
Lots of dings, like it.
I like lots of dings. Oh, I'm getting distracted. I was supposed to be cleaning this
Oh, that's my problem. Yeah.
ring up at the top, and then I think, oh, I could get that real quick, and then I forget. I had a couple friends go to Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo,
Nice.
and they all had very good times.
Good. Any news they've imparted?
No. One's going to share photos probably Monday, and
Star
the
Wars
other
news
two,
seems to have gone very quiet. I haven't heard much about anything really for a while now.
I haven't either, and my wife was watching a lot of it on television, but she really didn't say a whole lot.
Yeah,
I watched
mean,
the first. Good.
we've been catching up on the Mandalorian. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it all, but
Yeah.
Gemma hasn't been watching it. Gemma didn't watch it originally, but I sort of pulled her into it by getting her addicted to Grogu.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
But yeah, we're on the third season of that now.
Oh, good. And I watched the first episode of season 2 of Andor, and I really liked it.
Oh, right, yeah. I
really
didn't
like
get
Andor.
into Andor. I watched
Really?
the first half of the first season, and it didn't grab
Really?
me. There were just
Oh,
other
wow.
things to watch, and
Yeah. Sure.
Apparently, I have to go back to it. I've been told that it
It's
didn't feel
really
Star
good.
Wars enough for me. It's the best way I can describe it.
They're definitely branching away a little bit. I mean, in some cases, a lot. But I'm good with that. For some reason, I tend to be a real purist on a lot of things, but well, I guess that's not true necessarily. But I kind of like that they're branching out and doing different things. But you're right. There's certain tropes or looks or color palettes or something that is definitely classic Star Wars, and then things that break that, and that's one of them. I'm really liking it. I think there are at least two more episodes that I haven't seen, and I don't know when I'll have time to
All right,
watch
yeah.
those.
I've been watching Daredevil.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. I've heard it was really good.
The new Daredevil.
Is it brand new, or has it been out for a year or so?
It's out now. It's coming out now.
Oh, it's coming out now. Okay.
It is a continuation of the one that's been out years ago,
Okay.
but it's like been brought into the whole MCU fold.
Gotcha.
Hughes says blanket and bucket of water is handy. So is a fair turn of speed in the event of fire. Yeah, running away is generally a good idea.
Yeah. Although, boy, that'd be tough.
I could have done that bit.
Yeah, I think it'd be just make sure the dogs get out okay, and the wife will be fine. I'm not concerned
Yeah,
with her at
she'll
all.
get out on her own,
She'll
that's
beat
fine, yeah.
me. She'll way outrun me, but
There we go. Yeah, so that's my show of choice at the moment is Daredevil. I've caught up. I think there's a new episode released every week. So there's one
Yeah.
more. I think there's at least one more to come because it didn't finish yet.
Okay.
They haven't said one coming on this particular date, unless I've missed it. But so I just got to keep checking back and seeing if there's a new one or not.
Well, glad it's good.
So yeah, we're watching The Mandalorian together, and I'm watching Daredevil on my own.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, same here. Julie watches a whole lot more TV than I do. But there's Andor we both like. All the Star Wars series that have come out we've watched together and have really liked. I really liked Loki. I didn't think I would, but I ended up really liking Loki.
Yeah, again, I liked the first season. Didn't get into the second one. I watched, I think, the first episode, but it again didn't grab me. So I got distracted by other shiny things.
There you are. Yeah, life's short and time is precious. So
There's too many good shows at the moment. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is one I will go back to and catch up with because I did enjoy the first one. I've been putting on, while I've been doing other things, I've often put on a show of something that I've already seen, so I don't have to pay attention to it. It's just sort of on,
There you are.
as it were.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of the old CSI.
Oh, really? Yeah, I never saw. I think I saw an episode or two of that, and I liked it, but I didn't see anywhere near the whole run.
Yeah, I think there's like 15 seasons of it now, as well as like 4 or 5 different spin-off shows.
Wow.
So there's enough to keep you going for a while.
Yeah. Well, as I've mentioned, I only got around to seeing the episodes of Firefly within the last 6 months or so.
Ah,
so
yes.
that give you an idea
Yeah.
of about how far back I am on.
Such a shame
Everything.
about Firefly. That really
Yes.
could have been something very special, but
Completely
too
agree.
short-lived.
That was a complete crime.
So you've obviously seen all of the Firefly now.
I've seen the series. I've
You
not
haven't
seen
seen
the
the
movie
film yet?
Serenity.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've heard, of course, it's been, 20 years, so I've heard.
Yeah, it probably has
spoilers.
been, but it can't have been. It's terrible.
I'm sorry?
It can't have been 20 years, but it probably has been. That's scary.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Something, well, I don't know. It's been a while. But
But
if I
20
run
years ago
across-
was 1980.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I have at least one T-shirt that goes back to the 80s.
Where are we? 78%. Getting there.
Yeah. And nightly treats. Ooh. Deboned bushes. Oh my. My. But I can clean this off pretty quick. Yay.
I hate when they put the ladder down. It's just in the way of all the dirt on the floor.
Yeah, I like spraying it so it makes a shadow.
Yeah, but then you got to get rid of the shadow.
Yeah, yeah.
Locked up for a second there. Hopefully everything's still okay. Stream's still going out. Good.
Oh, Bandai had a booth at Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo, but I don't recall if they announced anything new. They announced a new model kit that's coming out in October, but I think it's an R2 and an X-Wing, and I'm not sure if they're both reissues of something existing. Or
Yeah,
if
well,
one
they
of
certainly did a few X-Wings, and they've done at least one R2 that I'm aware of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They did a great big, like a half scale or a third scale R2 that was very expensive.
Did they?
That I would
I
have liked
don't know about an
They did.
R2. I've obviously built
Yep.
the Agostini half-scale R2.
Yep.
I've
I
got
think
the
it was a
half-scale
third.
BB-8.
Oh, that's right.
did.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I forgot about that one, that you had that. It's really cool. Yeah, Bandai did have one, I think a third scale. But I don't think they made many. It was very expensive. Something I didn't care for is it was a model of one of the early, or one of the, I think they made about 8 for A New Hope, or for Star Wars. Then this is one they chose to keep the rivets on the outside of R2's skins, which looks a little
right.
weird to me, so. But I don't think they made too many of them.
No.
They were rather pricey. But people.
Yeah, I do wonder sometimes if they make these things in short supply deliberately to increase demand and pricing.
I don't know. I do know that the other Bandai licenses, or that their Gundam and their other things that they make, are enormously popular. And I would have thought that Star Wars anything would be really popular, but I don't know. Wish they'd come up with some new ones. Everybody wants a TIE bomber.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, they did a few of the newer TIE variants, but not some of the old ones they still haven't done. Yeah.
No. And I've looked online, I think you can buy resin kits, detail kits that you can kind of make a
Someone
bomber
would have done one.
of an existing.
You
But
could probably get 3D files for it.
I'm sure you can.
I've still been playing through Satisfactory on my own.
Oh yeah,
I've
still
got
addictive.
a few parts now that I'm just confused at.
Uh-oh.
There's the way the crafting works is you research things and then you can build things, basically. So to research, you know, something, you have to first make a few things in like the tech tree bit above it,
Right.
and then you learn how to do this. But there's some things that
Mhm.
don't seem to be on a tech tree, and the things to research
really?
to get other things are things that I can't make because I can't make them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to get to make them. They feel like they should be the next step along a tree, but they're not. But it's very strange.
There was some game, and I've forgotten what it was, and I should know because I don't play that many games, but I saw something like that. There was something that was unlockable, but I couldn't see, and it was a game like that where you're, you know, it's definitely technology trees, but like I had to do something special to find the blueprints or whatever to make that particular thing. Which was different from all the others that I'd gotten to up to that point. Now that's gonna bug me.
Gemma's still been playing through Atomfall.
Oh yeah!
She's been enjoying that.
I watched somebody playing a live stream of that, and it looked like something I'd really like to play. It's really good.
It's like Fallout, the Lake District version.
Yeah, how realistic or, you know, regionally accurate is it?
I don't know. I haven't played it a great deal, and I also haven't been to the Lake District for, you know, any length of time that I'd recognise it. But it's probably based on rather than being, you know, a 1-to-1.
Right, right. Yeah, that sure looks like a pretty area. That's when Ted was working out there.
Yeah.
At the museum. I actually donated money to it a few times.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. They had a couple of things that I thought were really worthy and worthwhile, and something I'd like to see if I lived around there, so I got them a little bit. Really pretty area.
Nearly made it along the top here. I've got to come back and do the entire roof.
Yep. Well, this whole place got this filthy. But it did. Reminds me of when they cleaned up the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, and it was quite dark before, and then it turned out, oh look, it was...
This should be pink. Yeah.
They were originally quite colorful, but it looked like grayscale for a long time.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos of restorations of paintings and things.
Yeah.
And when you see the before shot, it's like, yeah, that looks like an old painting, that's all right. And then when they sort of take the layers off it, it's like, wow.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really controversial, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a line between repair and restoration, and...
Yep.
Yeah.
You bet.
Difficult.
Oh, that'd be a good one for this game. You know, Sistine Chapel ceiling
Yeah.
power wash simulator.
Yeah, some more sort of real world environments. I wonder if in Powerwash Sim 2, the trailer and that for that, it looks much the same. I know they've improved a lot of the sort of physics and the soap and things like that, but it looks much the same.
Yep.
Whereas Escape Sim 2 does look much better, it looks more realistic.
I knew where you were going with that because it was the same thing. I was surprised they changed
the
it.
style of the two originals are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
The Escape Sim certainly looks much nicer.
Right. Yeah, I noticed the same thing.
Hey. Almost fallen asleep doing this now, it's great.
Yeah.
Such a zen game that you can just turn your brain off and get on with it.
It really, really is. They really did a fine job with that aspect of it. I mean, so unlikely. You know, if you just pitched it to investors or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have invested in it, certainly.
No. No. Hey, dings.
Yeah, multiple dings again.
Yeah.
Sorry, 96%. Ow.
Oh, are we? Oh, wow, we are.
Just power washed me. I felt it.
Oh, sorry about that. What is it? Yeah, you have a controller. Is there a shaker motor in it?
Yeah, it vibrates when I get washed.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Now that I know that, we could change this to a sniper game.
Ow.
I'll knock it off. Where's the crown? Where's this crown? Oh, down here? Oh, there it is. There we go. I've never used a controller. Probably should learn.
It's definitely an acquired taste.
You know, I take that back. I do have one, but I bought it and did a project with a Raspberry Pi with it and then put it in a box. So I should probably at least
for
learn
certain things, it's definitely, I mean, it's more comfortable. Because you can just sit back and get on with it.
Oh.
Whereas with a keyboard and mouse, you have to sort of almost hunch over and, you know.
Yep. Yeah, and they've really made them well. Yeah, I can't imagine how much money and time was spent on making them work ergonomically and everything as well as they do.
Oh yeah,
They
it's
are
definitely
really
well.
amazing.
You can see the evolution of it over the course of games consoles is quite
Right.
interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, you were saying about using a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
The my next big project is to build my own Arduino Uno board.
I saw that you had posted that, and that
Yeah.
floored me. Are you actually laying out a circuit board?
Yeah, well, it's they've sent some like prefabricated boards. I can't quite tell how to describe it. It's like breadboard, but
Mhm.
made out of PCB material.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just full of holes, and each hole has a soldered contact around it. So
Board.
basically, you perf board. That's exactly the
board.
word for it. I couldn't remember what it's
Yeah.
called, but yeah.
Yep.
Now I've used them before.
Yep.
But the ones I used before were slightly different. The ones I used before
Yep.
had like strips running down them, so
Right,
they were much more
right.
like breadboards.
Yes.
And you had to
Yes.
break the strip if you didn't want to make contact across a line or whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
But the ones that they've supplied are just
Just dots.
sort of soldered rings around each hole.
Yeah, I don't care for those as much personally. There have been lots of styles of those over the years. There was the original, I think, was called vector board, going way, way back, like the 70s or 60s or
All right,
before,
yep.
maybe. And then that's kind of where you said it was like you cut the strips, and then later, the ones I was mostly used to were ones that like had strips, but they were only maybe 3 dots long, so you
Oh,
could put
right,
in
yeah.
a integrated circuit with a DIP, dual inline package.
Yep.
Or similar, but then now since there's so many different packages for everything, it's
Yeah, no,
you know,
this
there's
this month's
kinds.
suppliers got, I don't know, a dozen of 3 or 4 different sizes of perf board,
That's cool.
and obviously all the components needed to build the Uno board, as well as a couple of other, spare bits and test bits and things.
Very cool.
So
There are websites now with free layout tools that you can use and design your own circuit board, and then for really only a few dollars and not much money at all, get some little circuit boards sent to your mailbox.
yeah, I've heard. I haven't used that done,
Yep.
but yeah, I mean, it used to be that if you wanted something made like that, you'd have to order 10,000 of them.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's
It's, yeah.
yeah, that's. I did too much of that, and that's why that's not that big a hobby for me. And then you'd say to the company, like, hey, I want to make a couple of them to see if I made any mistakes. Okay, it's $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want a whole bunch of them. I want, 5 boards, $10,000.
Yeah.
I guess I'm spending $10,000 of my company's money. And then also it was, weeks before you'd get, a couple of weeks before you'd get one. And then if you wanted to expedite that, that was a lot of money as well. But no, I've done way too much of that, and it's generally not fun for me anymore.
Yeah, I've only ever done
Unfortunately.
electronics as a hobby. I've
Good.
never done it as a career.
Good.
But,
Smart man.
I did
What
take
decision.
electronics as a GCSE
Did you?
years ago. So technically,
Yeah.
I'm a qualified electrician, if you want to put it like that.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
not electrician, but I've got a GCSE in electronics. So
Nice. Cool. Well, I got a fancy pants university
It's
degree
all
in it.
completely out of date.
Yeah. Well, electrons still behave the same way.
Electrons
but
behave the same,
right.
but yeah, LEDs are the same, but that's probably about it.
Yeah.
Everything else that I've learned has been completely surpassed by, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm very much enjoying this course that I'm doing, so complete online thing. But
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing that for an affordable amount of money, you can get programmable parts and custom electronic stuff if you want to. I've got friends who do things like that as a hobby and do amazing stuff out of their garage with what's available now to hobbyists, which was never thinkable before.
yeah. Right, fallen pillar.
Compilers, programming chips used to cost thousands in just development tools. Now you can, just download them for free and get code examples and then like it used to be when I started, they weren't even chips weren't even generally reprogrammable. It was quite a while before flash chips became affordable. So I had ones that had clear, like a lens in the top where you could see the integrated circuit, and then to erase them, you put them in a little ultraviolet, almost like a little oven.
Nice, yeah.
Stick them in there for a while, so when you're writing your assembly code.
I'll find that. I'll come back to it.
Yeah, let's see. I bet you there's some dirt hiding somewhere.
Capital. What's a capital?
That's the word. Forgotten that. I do know the difference between Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian.
I've got no idea. I've heard of the Corinthian, but I don't know about the other thirds.
The easy way to tell them apart is they increase in complexity with the increase in syllables. So the Corinthian ones are the really fancy ones with acanthus leaves at the top, and then the Dorics are real plain, and the Ionics or Ionian ones are in the middle. It's about the extent of my knowledge of classical anything.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky. You'll get inside the lids, but obviously.
Oh yeah, I was
from a right
blasting
angle.
that one. Oh wow. Yeah, it might call for a different nozzle. Didn't realize the inside of that was. Oh, look at
That's
you.
easier.
That's easier.
Right.
Okay. Gallery arch column is one of those dirty. Ah, that one over there. I get him.
Another one. And that one there.
Oh, there's some dirt up there. It'd be hard to get to. Maybe I'll stand up on this banister.
Chests.
Fall down, hurt myself.
Chains. Probably as all the gold starts glinting now we've cleaned it, and it's distracting.
Yeah, and there's a couple those gold spots that I've tried to clean lots of times because they look like they need it, but they really don't. Oh, that's tricky. Kraftwerk came through here and played the weekend. I didn't get to go see him, but a friend of mine did. Kind of cool. Would have liked to have. Pretty amazing. I think there's only one original fellow, Ralph. Maybe he was the only guy. Kind of really. I think there were two.
I'm aware of them, but I couldn't name them. Or,
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
If I saw them in the street, I'd walk right past them, sort of thing. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know them that way either. But
Really? Oh, good doll. That was it. Gallery base pilaster. What's a pilaster?
I don't know what a
Pilaster.
Pilaster. Oh,
Like a pillar, maybe?
Oh, it almost seems like a base of something.
There it is. It is. It's a pillar at the edge.
Hmm. Some kind of architectural element. Which they got names for all the different little...
It's quite scary. They obviously designed it and then had to look up what everything was called.
Yeah. Oh, I need a ladder. That's what I need. And I'm going to go find a ladder, and I'm going to forget where it was supposed to go.
Around the other side.
There we are.
Yeah, I think this one.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Ding.
And this one as well. There we go. Now we just get the listing.
Oh, look at that.
Gallery arch wall decorations. Not these murals. What's a wall decoration, do you think?
Those kind of look like wall decorations.
Ah, there's something. Another one of them, apparently. I would have called that a sconce.
Ah, I happen to know what that's what I would have called that too, but they don't call it that. Yeah, decoration. Huh. The only reason is because I installed one here at Stately Koenig Manor.
Now, this is the only fallen pillar I can see, but is there another one?
I only know that one that I've been climbing up.
Well, there, fallen pillar shafts. Ah, it's the bit at the top that's still attached.
Oh! Didn't think to look up there. Very good. Down here from under here if I can.
There we go. Job complete.
Woo!
Sorted.
Nice. That'll do, donkey.
Looks very yellow now.
Does. You know, we'll have people saying that it looked better before.
That's it. That's the end of that DLC. I quite enjoyed that. That was good.
I did
Shrek.
too. I liked that a lot. I think that lent itself really well to this.
What should we do? We didn't finish Alice in Wonderland, did we?
Oh, we didn't?
Let's go
I
back to
like
the
that
Mad
one.
Tea Party.
Big fan. I gotta look through my copy that guy who used to do the math games column in Scientific American magazine for decades, annotated. And the guy's name is Martin Gardner. I've forgotten the name of the Alice book, but it's highly recommended if you're an Alice fan or a puzzle fan.
All right, we've got a huge table to clean.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, wow. I remember this a little bit.
So start with a pocket watch.
Appropriate. Yeah. Is that the proper method for cleaning?
With a power washer, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Good.
It's what all the traditional watchmakers used to use.
Gotta go with the times. That's right.
Very nice. Got all the reflections and everything in it.
Oh, in the pocket watch?
Yeah, all of the metallic stuff looks really nice.
It really does. Yeah, it does have a little different look to it. A different surface. Treatments. Man, the ceramics have a bit of that semi-translucent quality as well, or of a slightly translucent quality. Metallics wouldn't. Well, there's some books to spray with water. That sounds like a good idea.
Yep. Everything that can do with a good power wash.
That's right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Ooh, a die, but the pips aren't correct.
Don't like it anymore then. Spoiled.
I know.
Ruined it.
Yep. Yeah. Virtually unplayable.
Yeah. Still not washed. So there you go.
I can't see chat. Has anybody mentioned anything interesting that they've done in the last
No,
week?
nobody's done anything. The little chat's gone quiet for a little while.
Oh, someone must have done something.
Since you started talking about fires.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fall off the edge of the table. I just checked.
Really? Oh, you're right. Ooh, did you hear that? Did you hear a
Yeah.
laugh?
Where is he?
I don't know.
Can't see him.
Wondered if I triggered something, or if one of us triggered something from being in close proximity. Oh, that's you. Hmm. Curiouser and curiouser.
I think Uri Geller's been here. There's lots of bent spoons.
Well, I've been watching him as a kid. And then I remember James Randi embarrassing him.
Yeah. Still around. Still doing stuff. It's really hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he must be up there because I was a little kid when I remember Mom watching him on TV. Probably on the Merv Griffin show or something like that.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
No, I figured you didn't. I figured you had someone quite like Merv Griffin, though. A guy with a show on TV.
We definitely had people with shows, but I don't know Merv Griffin at all, so I didn't know what it was like.
No.
So
Not missing much. No great loss there. Forgotten about that fellow. Not Merv, Uri Geller. Uri Geller.
yeah, it's psychics and mystics and things. It astounds me that they're still around, but then again, there's still people that think the Earth is flat. So you know.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
It'd be boring if everybody was the same.
That's probably really true.
We've all nodded off while watching, says the Bobbins. Yeah, I nearly nodded off doing it. So
Excellent.
It's fair.
Our job is well done. I guess if it's nearly, we have to try harder.
Yeah.
Not quite doing it. Yeah, it'd be great if the host would fall asleep during his own live stream.
There's nobody to push the off button.
Yeah, just go on.
Don't know if YouTube has a limit to live streams now. I think it would just go on forever. It used to be
I don't
like
know.
4 hours or something, or 8 hours, but I think they changed that.
I don't know. I think I've seen some streaming music ones. Like, there's some lo-fi ones that just kind of play like wallpaper music. And I think I've at least used to see some that looked like they had been running for days, but I don't know if they're special or. No, now I'm gonna have to check. But then now that I think of it, I think the ones I've seen lately haven't been like that. They've been like you mentioned, some limited number of hours. It amazes me because of all the content that gets video content that gets produced and then stored somewhere. I just have to think that there are these enormous factories just making hard drives that are getting installed to servers to store all this. And I can't
YouTube
imagine.
has some terrific number of things. It's something like there's 500 hours uploaded every minute. Something. It's
wow.
It is I can't remember if that's the exact stats, but like a year ago it was something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's just ridiculous. You just can't watch it all.
Right. And it's crazy that it all gets, I mean, this here, no offense, but, it's, this is being stored somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. People are even keeping recordings of me.
Yes, hey. Uh-huh. I did find a new song by Devo that I wasn't aware of. And the reason I mention it is because it was from a terrible video game that they came out with or they had something to do with in 1996 that I guess had, it was going to be a Devo computer game, like a point and click PC game.
Right, yeah.
And had some tracks on it, I think 3 or 4 that were existing ones, but then there was at least one new one. That was actually a pretty good song, I thought, that I never had heard before. And on nothing else that I could find. So, but yeah, universally panned as just a terribly done game, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of games that come out that are just shovelware.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, there used to be some used books. There used to be a really good, well, I guess it's still there too, a really good used bookstore that would have CDs and books, of course, and other media. And they had a big selection of really bad computer games for $1 or $2. I learned quickly that they weren't worth.
Yeah, there's a reason they're that cheap.
Oh yeah,
it's not a bargain.
No, absolutely not.
It's proving very difficult to get into all nooks and crannies.
So what are you washing now?
The stack of
Oh, there.
teacups.
Oh my. Yeah, that looks challenging.
I think I'm going to get this lower yellow table done and then call it a night.
Okie doke.
Judging by this, it could take another half hour, you know.
Yeah, there's quite a bit here. Boy, this is a very surreal teapot. I don't like it. Has a lot of spouts, though.
That's to pour multiple teas at once, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, it's locked up again. I wonder if the game's actually locked up or if... Are you still there?
I'm still here.
You're still there. You're still washing.
I'm still washing. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you seem to
I'm
have
not.
frozen. Here, let me spray you with the hose, man. It'll... Chris, wake up.
I haven't
Come
noticed.
on. What? You're wasting all that water.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
in
not.
trouble.
The water's frozen coming out.
Oh no, it's moving for
Discord's
me.
still working because I can still see the chat working in the corner, but yeah.
Your feet are. Here, I'll spray the ladder, and that'll make it really slick, and you'll fall, and then you'll wake up.
Probably not. Well, I
No,
guess we'll
you're
call
right.
it a night there then, because it seems to have locked up for me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll call that a night. So, thank you all for
Sounds
watching.
good.
I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you had a pleasant nap.
Yeah.
Jeff is not around for the next week or two. So, unless I can find anything else to do, then me and Dan will be doing some power washing next week.
Yeah, next
So,
week I'm definitely out. The weekend after that, I'm not sure.
Not a problem.
But yeah, definitely next week I'm out.
Okay.